All right, looks like we got some good feedback. We are hearing you. You guys are hearing us. My name is Jeff. I'm part of the sales team here. I've also got Antonio with me. He's part of our development team.
Hi, everybody.
He's going to go over more of the technical side of things as we come across them. Just want to welcome you all. This is going to be covering IDX Broker Platinum with our teams and offices features and what we have to offer. Some of you were invited that is from our current original platform. We'll go over briefly what the migration process will entail, as well as what's going to be coming over with the original account. And Antonio will kind of go over this with us.
Yeah, you can migrate from original to Platinum at any time. This is initiated via an online form. If you want to migrate, just shoot us an email. We can send you the form. You need to be logged in while filling out the form. This is how we capture which original account to migrate. There are a few things to consider when migrating, and we have a very detailed migration frequently asked questions document we can send you from our knowledge base. One of the things to consider is what actually does transfer. Your leads transfer, most of your settings transfer, your billing transfers, things of that nature are going to go over no problem. Some of the other things like widgets are not going to transfer. Widgets are not going to transfer because the URL structure is different. So IDX Broker, Original, Platinum, keep in mind, are completely separate systems. So some things do need to be rebuilt like widgets. Saved links do transfer over. Again, leads transfer over from Original to Platinum. So what does that mean for your website, though? What that means is, again, the URL structure is different. Any links you have going to IDX Broker Original would need to be updated to their Platinum equivalent. As far as the links you did have in Original, once the migration period is over, after a 30-day period of both platforms running in tandem to allow you to adjust your links and so forth, you are going to need to adjust the links on your website to Platinum, and the old links will get 301 redirects set up by us. So that's the bulk of what needs to be done. Your developer can do that for you, or you can switch them out. The migration process is actually pretty quick. It is dependent on how many people are migrating, so the more people that migrate, the longer it's going to take. The script for migration runs overnight, so if you initiate migration, it'll run that night, and we need to have we always have a human check the scripts work. So if there's a lot of people migrating at once, we only have so many humans, it can take a few days. You're looking at usually around a week or less. If you have any questions about migration, you can always contact support. Do keep in mind that migration is a one-way street, basically. Once you go from Original to Platinum, you can't really migrate back. No data will go back to Original. So keep that in mind. If you need the migration frequently asked questions, just shoot us an email. We'll be happy to send it to you.
Excellent. One thing, a question that came across is about the iPhone app, My Agent app. That is available with Original Platform only. No, you will not need to use that anymore once you go to Platinum. The IDX pages are going to be mobile responsive ready IDX pages. So it's going to allow for all clients, no matter what device they're on, whether it's an Android market, BlackBerry market, iPhones, it's going to detect what phone is being used and display it to the screen in a mobile responsive feature. If your website is not mobile responsive, the IDX pages can still be displayed once it goes and loads up that page, because it is going to be displayed on that subdomain, so it is going to recognize it for that specific page.
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say about migration. Since you brought up subdomains, the subdomain for your Platinum account does need to be different than the subdomain for your Original account. This is so the 301 redirects will function correctly.
Excellent. And so for some of you that are not on V1 and still just kind of interested about Platinum, for new accounts, just kind of wanted to go over some of what an office account entails. We have team accounts and office accounts. The team accounts is going to be just based off of the number of users that we have. So it's going to be for 2 users on our team account. Our office plans, our first tier is going to start from 3 and go up to 10 agents. And basically what you're going to get with that is the number of agents that you have displayed on the website. Their agent ID numbers will be displayed inside of our control panel. It'll automatically pull their leads in as featured listings. So it's going to help give your listings a little bit more exposure for everybody that's registered with the control panel. Each agent can have their own login where they can manage their own leads. It's going to allow them to send automatic email updates to their clients. If there's any new listings that are matching some of the saved criteria that they have inside their account once the client registers. Each agent will also get their own roster page. This is going to allow for them to have their image on there, their bio information, and it'll also automatically generate their featured listings and display them on that page as well. We do also offer for some of your website developers, or if any of you are very familiar with more of the coding, hold on one second. We do offer the API to be able to get some advanced features with our team and office accounts.
Yeah, we do have an API. This is Platinum only. This is a RESTful API. It's not something you necessarily need to know a lot about. It's something if you have a programmer or a developer who's comfortable with server-side scripting, they can do quite a bit of things for you. They can pull leads, push leads to CRMs, pull your featured properties, a whole host of things. And if you have any developers or programmers that are interested in that, feel free to have them shoot me an email about the API and what it takes.
All right. With the office accounts, you're going to be able to, depending on how aggressive you want to be, you can force or request registration at any time on a results page, a details page. Once you capture that lead with an office account, you can distribute about those leads. You can do them manually, or you have the option to send out the leads with automatic distribution with round robin. It can be done in a sequential list that you choose. Or if you'd like, you can assign agents as the primary on that account. When you come in here and you got a lead, if we head over to lead info inside that agent, let's try this again. And verified. And we're getting a system error for some reason. All right, here we go. Once you're in here, you can go into edit the lead, and if you wanted to manually assign a lead to an agent, you can go and select from this drop-down menu the agents that you'd like to send them over to. All right. Let's go over to our contact routing just so you guys can see how that's going to happen. Inside this contact routing is where you're going to do the enabling or disabling. If you enable it, you can send them out with core fields or send them out round robin, or you can do core fields and a round robin. You can choose which agents that you'd like to select inside of this round robin. And then inside of our agents area, once you're in here, you can manage them. Let's go back down to the one we could log into. And my phone did not get turned off. Let's take care of this real quick. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. Back to where we were. So editing the leads. Once we get inside of here, you can go in. Not sure what's going on here. If somebody has saved properties or does not have saved properties, you can go in here and add saved properties that you think that your client might be interested in. This will also send out like automatic email updates when that gets sent out. You can even do the same thing with saved searches. You can add and edit saved searches in here for that client as well. Let's see if I can't find one that we have put some data in here for somebody. Let's see here. Don't know if we've got anybody in here that we can do this with. Let's take a look and see if we've got any questions here just real quick. See, does your system account for co-listed properties by agent ID? So no, currently we do not pull in co-listed coming from the MLS. That is something that we have talked about and maybe looking to see with our development team if there's something that we can do. It is currently pulling in the primary listing agent ID number. Now, when you guys set up the accounts, we do offer IDX Pages that you guys can set up with your roster pages. This particular account here, Benchmark Realty, they are currently using our office roster pages as well as our agent roster pages. You guys can fully customize and add anything in these subheaders, and then you can also break down the offices in different areas. Once you go into an office, you can also utilize our roster bio pages here as well. And we can, let's see here, we can go click into an actual agent's information so you can take a look inside the roster pages. It's going to have, typically you can load up their own image if you choose. You can have their bio, anything that they like to put. Now the client can actually take control and put information in their own bio, or you guys can do that for them and not enable for them to take a look at that. And also it's going to display their featured listings below. Once you go into a details page, you do have the option on some of the templated details pages to display the agent's image, as well as having a contact button that would take them back to their information so that they can get the lead that way. So take a look at just one more that does have our office and roster page in here as well. That way you can take a look just at the differences that they can be laid out as. This one here does have, I believe, 6 offices within this website. I can go in and select one of them again. So we got Daphne here. So you can see the roster pages. You can choose which order you want these to be displayed in as well once you're in these roster pages by offices.
It's also real easy to import a lot of these agents just by Office ID, so you don't necessarily have to do every single step of the setup. Some of this information can be populated, or at least their profiles can be started by an agent import tool that is available in Platinum.
Excellent. Once we head into the bio page again, you'll see that it's going to have the quick search tool available here as well. This client does not happen to have any bio information, but also their featured listings will be displayed here as well. Once you click into somebody's listing, oh, here we go.
Yeah, this is a great way for agents to capture leads. They can give out their bio page that has their featured listings, and you can force registration on there, giving that agent the lead, contact, all that stuff.
So it looks like, so that's a good example too as far as that forced registration. So if I click down the X on the forced registration, I'm not going to register. It's going to kick me out to a page that they would like it to go to, or it's going to switch them to the regular, this looks like the advanced search page that it took this one to. We got one more option that you guys can do with the roster pages. Now those last two did use our IDX pages on that. This particular website, they did use their own form here, and they sort out their agents. We can go check out an agent and see the differences that it's done. So this is the Conlon Real Estate. They developed this site or this page, and you'll see here this goes to an IDX page.
So you're free to do either if you'd like. You don't have to use our roster pages, our office roster pages, but you can and you can also just simply link to bio pages to get kind of the same result if there's additional content you want or more control over that office page.
Excellent. This particular one, they have done their own listings as far as displaying their co-listings. We had a question about that just a little bit ago. They did this on their own. That's on the back end that they have done. You'll see the standard results page for the featured listings. You click into one of the listings. And then you also have the option to display the agents, whoever's listings that it is, on each of those details pages as well. That way that lead or that agent will get that lead once they register with that site. All right, let's take a look and see if there's any other questions here real quick.
So we have a question here about the custom subdomain. It looks like, let me scroll down and get the full question. The benefits of the search subdomain for individual realtors. It doesn't really matter if you're an individual or an office. A subdomain is a important tool for, or important opportunity for SEO value for any website. What our custom subdomains do via CNAME record set up at your registrar is share the SEO credit with our hosted pages with your main domain. So when our hosted pages are crawled, we're talking about the details page, for example, the crawlers see them as part of your overall domain because your subdomain is attached to them. Another great thing is you can use search if you feel like that keyword is going to give you some SEO benefit. You don't have to. If you want it to feel more like your regular website, just use www. And it works just great.
Looks like we're getting a couple of questions as far as something that is going to explain the very basics and more of like a one-on-one individual account. We do have those currently posted to our YouTube channel. Inside of our webinars page, we do have webinars. We're trying to host them about once a week, maybe just a little bit longer. If you go to our main website, you'll see where if you hover over the agents or the team and offices, you will see an upcoming office webinar. This will be our webinar page where you guys can take a look at all the different ones that we do have signed up. There's also going to be a link down at the very bottom. If you click on the YouTube icon, it would actually take it to our YouTube channel where you can see some of the past videos that we've posted. Some of them are very specific as far as WordPress integration. Others are going to be videos specifically for our original platform and do an entire walkthrough. And then we also do have some that are specifically for Platinum in the entire walkthrough. Okay. I've got a question as far as available map options.
So there are additional map options in Platinum that you're not going to find in Original. A great example is going to be map clustering. Let's head back to, actually I think it's on this page. Well, it's not on that page. This one has a polygon search. So let's head to the map page. Map clustering means when there's a lot of properties that are near each other, instead of just simply showing pins on top of each other, basically, the pins will combine and cluster into a circular icon with a number. That number indicates how many, you can see this here, that number indicates how many pins are in this cluster. When you click on it, it zooms in, and there are the 4 pins I'd expect to see. When I zoom out, it should refresh and give me clusters again. So this is a pretty great map option if you're looking to show a lot of properties in a very dense amount of properties in a very small area. Another great option is one of the widgets. We do have map search widgets. This is not available in Original. Again, let's take a look at an example one. This widget here, you see you get a widget code, and you can embed this onto one of your web pages in your site. These are specific, URL specific, so it will need to be on your particular website.
Excellent. Antonio, we've got another question here. Curious about the traffic stats. Within the control panel, can you kind of show the home screen and explain a little bit as far as like what our dashboard covers on the traffic?
So we have a traffic stats section here. We had some traffic in original, but this is a lot more robust. You can get raw traffic. Speaking of traffic, there's a horn outside. Total hits, and you can actually get the IP addresses, match this up with lead data, and follow them basically around your website. Also, you can download archived traffic stats. There's even more traffic. There's also traffic stats for leads available via our API, which I mentioned earlier. That's also a Platinum benefit.
Excellent. All right. Oftentimes we get asked about CRM integration. With our lead management system, you guys can do automatic syndication. We do have it currently set up for Top Producer as well as Tribus. Inside here you can do it by each agent. So if not every agent has it, you guys can set it up custom per agent. Also with the API, you will have the option to be able to possibly do automatic syndication to another another CRM company. That's something we kind of have to look at a case-by-case basis on that one. And then Antonio's going to get us into our there we go, into our CRM integration. Top Producer and Tribus, like I said, those are the ones we can do. Now you can do individual user IDs. So like if everybody in the company has it, you guys can do it all that way, or if each individual person has it and some don't, you guys can set it up that way for each person's account.
And like I mentioned before, the API does open it up to the possibility for other CRMs, provided you have someone who can program that for you. These just happen to be the ones that we've already partnered with and pushed into our middleware system here.
Another question that's going to go right back to our stats just real quick. Is there a way to see stats over time? Example, last month's stats versus the previous month year over year.
So with that, we're kind of getting a lot more into the analytics realm where we're analyzing the data. That's not something that's offered within the dashboard. You can get all the information and plug them into some sort of analytics, or you can also match up our information with, let's say you implement Google Analytics into your wrapper to get a little bit more of an overall and detailed view of your traffic.
Excellent. We've got another question here. We've already kind of discussed a little bit about the subdomains, but this is kind of an interesting one. It's a little bit unique. When migrating from original to Platinum, can we change our custom subdomain from .xxx to www.xxx?
Yeah, you can use a dot within the subdomain. That is totally fine. But you can't use it if you already used it before in the original, like I mentioned. And it looks like here in the example you're providing, you are changing the subdomain to something unique in Platinum. Like I said, both systems will run in tandem for 30 days. We do recommend you shut it down as early as possible, so make the migration happen your end as far as updating your links, recreating widgets happen very quickly. Then the 3-to-1 redirects will kick in.
Excellent. Let's see if we've got any more questions that we can probably take real quick. We're running up on our 30 minutes here. Let's see here. Got a question that says, what about the designs in the website that's under construction? I'm not quite sure what we're looking at that. Some may not know, so what we do is it's an integrated IDX where we actually build a wrapper of the website. Essentially, we're going to take the code off of one of your regular web pages. We're going to sort out the header and the footer. That way, when that IDX page loads on that subdomain, it is going to have the same look and layout as your existing pages. So it's going to be a seamless transition as far as the overall appearance. Let's take a look here.
Now, it looks like I got a question here about MLS approval. Offices often do have multiple MLSs on the account, and they do not always get approved at the same time since we're dealing with multiple MLSs. An easy way to see if you've been approved is to simply go to your billing section. We won't bill you for anything you're not approved. We're not going to bill you for data you can't access. So that's a real easy way to see if the MLS has been attached to your account and is now providing the data.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got just a couple more that we can take. Got a question of like examples of Office websites that are using Platinum. I just showed 3 within this website. If you'd like, I can go over a few more accounts. Maybe if you call in after the webinar, we can go over and get you some additional websites so you can see additional in your area even, or if there's team accounts, office accounts, and go from there. Got a question here asking if these trainings are recorded. Yes, they are recorded, and we will be posting them to our YouTube channel. Like we mentioned earlier, if you go down to the bottom of one of our standard IDX broker pages, you'll see the YouTube icon. You can click on that. It will take us directly to the YouTube channel that we have created. Let's see here. So we got a question here. It looks like asking if we could go over some of the advanced pictures and descriptions in a results page. I'm thinking, Sean, that you're asking if we're going to be able to change like the templated lookout on a results or details page. And yes, you can. Inside our control panel, if you go to Designs, you go to Pages. If you scroll down just a little ways, you'll see where you got the Results Pages tabs. And if you go over here to the Layout and click on Edit, it will give you the option to take a look at the different templates that we have. We are going to try to be pushing out more templates soon, give you a little bit more options as far as what to do. Pretty simple to activate for your results pages. Obviously, we just have a activate button on each of these. Once you do that, you refresh your page, and it will automatically start loading your results pages that way. Inside of the designs and the pages as well, now you can modify any of those with custom CSS as well. Once you're in the results pages, just slide over to custom CSS, and you'll be able to customize that. As well as the details pages, you can do that as well, going over to Edit under the Layout column. Same thing again here, you'll choose which one you'd like to activate. Once you do that, you refresh the page and it will be ready to go for you. Okay, just a few more and we'll get rolling here. I think we've got them all covered here currently, it looks like. Antonio, do you have anything else here?
Yeah, it looks like there's a question here for increasing keywords, SEO stuff for listings/pages. Let's go, or I'll show you where you can find those options. There are more in depth here in IDX Broker Platinum. Let's go to a details page and let's go to the preferences. We have SEO settings right here. Lots of different tags you can use to dynamically add tags to your details pages or change the title text or even manipulate the URL a little bit more here. This lends itself to a whole bunch of different SEO strategies. So you get a lot of control here over what you can inject for keywords, descriptions, titles, and URLs, much more than simply placing static meta tags or keywords within the wrapper itself.
Excellent. Also, too, we get questions about like predefined search results, some saved links. You do have the option of assigning certain agents to certain areas in those custom predefined search pages. So you can assign once you get that in there. We'll do a quick little example. It's taking a little bit of time here to load. There's also a question about the subheaders. Inside each of these details or results pages, you can add custom subheaders to any of these predefined search results. And then you'll see down below where you can take and assign certain agents to this predefined search result that we have. Alrighty. Excellent. So it looks like so far we've got all the questions that came through answered. We will be ending this one here in just a second. We want to thank everybody for coming out. We will be getting this recorded and posted to our YouTube channel. And keep an eye out on our main website if you go to idxbroker.com. We do have our webinars page. Check on those frequently and register. If you're not able to make one, we will be sending out notifications and a thank you, as well as the link to the webinar video that you may have missed. Have a great day, everyone. Hope to see you back on here soon.